Hey guys, so today we're going to be checking out your skateboard and seeing if it is at its best. And yeah, we're doing a skateboard video. Yeah, I'm inside. It's wet and rainy outside. So I didn't really want to go skateboarding. So I thought I'd film this video instead. So basically before we get into it, I recommend you have either a skate tool or a wrench like this. It works the same as a skate tool, it's just a skate tool is more compact, has everything you need, you don't have to keep switching out the thing. But yeah, just they work the same, whatever. So, in this video, I'm going to use my skate tool. And yeah, you can also use a wrench, but I would recommend if you at least have this, please use this instead of a wrench. A wrench will give you a hard time and make you frustrated, especially when you're loosening or tightening your chucks. Just please try to stay away from a wrench, especially if you have one of these. It's just in your best interest. Okay, but before we get started, we should probably check out what is on your skateboard. So you have the deck, which is the wood part here. And you're probably like, isn't the grip tape part of the deck? It is, but it's a separate thing. So this sticky stuff is the grip tape that you tape on basically, and then you have the deck. And then you have your wheels and your bearings are inside of there. These metal things are your trucks. Some of you might have riser pads, which are the little pads under here. If you have a little thing in here, those are bushings. The stuff that holds them together, this stuff is called hardware. So yeah, just this stuff right here. It's hardware, but yeah, skateboards are pretty bare bone. They're not all that crazy. But they're really fun things to ride. So yeah, okay, let's start with your trucks. So, okay, when you're loosening or tightening your trucks, these things, that is how much. Whenever you tighten them, it'll make it so your board's super stiff, and when you're turning, your board just doesn't move. It locks. Well, your wheels move, but it's like, when you're leaning side to side and turning, that's what the trucks do. So the tighter you go, the less your board's going to go side to side. And the looser you go, the more you're going to be able to really move it. But just if you're trying to do tricks, don't go too loose, because otherwise it'll be a little hard, especially when you land back down. So yeah, you can loosen or tighten these, basically. That's it. You just put your wrench in there, go like that. Make sure you do both trucks evenly. So make sure if you tighten this one a lot, that you basically don't tighten it so much, and then you loosen the bottom one way too much, and then it's like they're completely wonky and off. Just try not to do that. And then you have your wheels. You see the little bearing in there. Your bearings are in here. And so if you ever need to clean your bearings, just unscrew this. But basically, you take this guy and you just put your thing in there and you just loosen it. But make sure when you are loosening or tightening your wheels, you're not going so hard that it almost makes it so your wheel doesn't turn. See, mine, look, I tighten it as far as it go, like that. And then if you try even harder to tighten it, it'll eventually just not move. So make sure you don't do that. Make sure you give it enough so that it can move freely, but not so much like the entire bolt's about to fall off. Just gotta give it enough. So, like mine just got a little too loose. So you always want to make sure it's not too loose or too tight. So you just, and then you have you see these things? These are your hardware. You gotta make sure those are tight. And if you're wondering, in a skate tool, your hardware stuff's in there. It's like if you've ever unscrewed a screwdriver or used a screwdriver, you literally just put it in, tighten it. Like, see, mine were actually kind of loose. Look, mine are able to turn. Wow. But also, you see how mine are able to turn? That's because nothing is holding the bottom. You see these things? You have to hold them with either a wrench or your skate tool, especially when you're tightening your things, because otherwise it's basically just going to be turning them. So make sure you grab your skate tool, put it there, put it in there like that. Now it's in there. You just hold it as tight as you can, and you just tighten it. That's all you do. That's all you have to do. It's not that hard. You always want to do this to make sure your trucks won't fall off, because that is what's holding your trucks in. So you always just want to do a little check. Especially, I like to check my board after, if you go for a really hard ride or you're done from a session that was kind of crazy, then just tighten it up a little bit. That's all you really need to do. But yeah, that's basically all you really need to do for your grip, for like your board. But if you guys want a more in-depth video on how to like clean your bearings or something, make sure you go to the discussion in my homepage for my channel and just ask me for it. Basically, if you have any video ideas, just put it in. Any questions, just do that. But yeah, that's basically it. And just, if you want to skate hard, I would invest in a skate tool. I'm just saying, a skate tool would be lovely to have, especially if you skate kind of hard a lot. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright, see you guys next week.